It's Saturday, September 25th, and it's time for another Fireside Chat. I got the camera pointed to the back first off, so you can see the horses. I don't know if you can see or not. The mower's fixed, so I was able to mow those high patches. I was able to weed whack pretty much everything that needed to be weed whacked. And for the first time in several months, I have put out hay. So my electric charger has stopped working, so I need to figure out what's going on with that. I may have to buy a new one. I don't know. And of course this doesn't want to work properly for me. There we go. Tripod didn't want to work. Okay, I got, if you watched my video from yesterday, the metal out of the pit. I can't even begin to tell you how much of a relief that is. Especially when I have chickens that don't want to be rounded up. It was very difficult to get in there and round them up. So, I only had one that was really a problem. Didn't have too much trouble catching it. I have a little bit of repair work to do to the chicken pens, and that'll be done this week. Hey, Gidget over there, I'm going to be doing a little bit of work to her little house over there to make it so it's a bit more weatherproof. She will be staying out here this year. She's not going back to my house. She's better off here. I have a little bit of work to do to the run-in. Don't know if that'll get worked on this week or next. This thing will be getting cut up pretty soon. So that'll be nice. Let's get that out of the way. I can come in here with the mower. There's a pile of wood to the right of it, which is kind of covered up with the weeds. Get rid of all of that. I'll come in here with the mower and mow that. I was able to sell 8 roosters this week. So I have the next batch of roosters is in that pen there. The little pen to the side, I have 2 hens. At least one of them has stopped laying, possibly both of them. Of course, could start up again in the spring, but I am not going to be keeping birds for the most part that are not laying except for my broodies and a couple of specials. I will be starting to go through all of my chickens and doing that. I wish I had done that with the first batch that I took to auction because I messed up and I took birds that were still laying. And left birds that weren't. I could have really used the ones that were laying. Let me see, what else? Got to see my dad a couple of times and he actually looked pretty good. Has good appetite. He's looked, well, it's hard to see how his face was because of course he had to have a mask on and he only let us visit outside. But he looked good when I was talking to him and engaging in conversation, which is really good. Went to see him a couple days later. They let me inside and he spent all the time in the bathroom, so didn't really have much of a visit with him. It's kind of hard to visit with somebody when they're sitting on the toilet. Hubby is not doing the greatest. He's put on weight, but he's had a lot of bad days this week. Our daughter is coming over tomorrow, which is good because that's going to give me a bit of a break. I'm going to go canoeing with at least one of my friends. Don't know if anybody else is going to show up. But that's about it for me for this week for my update. Stormy is done eating, it looks like. So I'm going to go let him out and then I'm going to sit back and have a couple s'mores. We'll talk at you later and have a nice evening.